Okay, now it should be working. Cause I don't know what the hell I was pressing before. That's why it was doing some weird shit, but it's not doing it anymore. So we good. What's good in this world? What's good, YouTube? Hey, let me do it the way I want to though. So finally, at least I got that. At least I got that rolling. What up, chef? What's cracking like in Güero up in the building? What's good? Shout out to La Yarda. Jesus is definitely up in the building. Gonzalo, what's Gucci, man? Cave, man Cave, what's good? What's cracking like in, my boy? What's everybody up to on this fine Tuesday night? Midnight. Midnight. The Chief and the Keef. What's everybody up to? What the fuck is cracking 626? Where you been at, my boy? Hey, serio? I honestly thought that life alert didn't come through, homie. I thought that was it, fool. I thought fuga. I was like, damn, let me find out that homie got jumped out of the squad. Tacos Tuesday para la gente. Jesus. Ta-da! Taco Tuesday. Hell yeah, they smell bomb too. You know that Taco Tuesday, hey, when LeBron tried to trademark Taco Tuesday, se pasa de lanza ese vato. That fool tried to trademark Taco Tuesday. Say, wait, fool would have got jumped. Especially being from the Lakers. Much love from Eastside. Sanho's up in the building. What's good? Harbor City's up in the building as well. Playing Call of Duty. That's right. Which Call of Duty you playing, my boy? None, just been doing my thing, homie. Cooling. That's right, homie. Nah, is that salad? Birria will be bomb. You seen that El Pollo Loco came out with some birria tacos? Hey, has anybody tried the birria tacos from El Pollo Loco? And find out. Tacos del Gordo. Hey, yeah. You know anything that has the name Gordo on the title, my boy, you know it's gonna be fuego. My lady beats me. Nah, where you been at, my boy? I haven't seen you in quite some time. Acting like I go live all the time, huh? Take ass vato. Kibo Carnal. Compton is definitely up in the casa. Woo woo. Oh, Vanguard. All right, that's right. Oh yeah, my boy. You know them tacos are always fuego. You know that's one of the few things, my boy, that is rare that somebody fucks up, my boy. If somebody can make a good taco, homie, come on, like nah, like how do you fuck up a taco, my boy?
Is that why?
Like tacos could only be good, so when the tacos come out bad, it's like just stay out of the kitchen. You know.
You see that rainbow charger I found?
Huh?
I found that charger.
You did? Where?
No, in here. Yeah, I found it.
But I heard Pollo Loco has some. Serio? Birria? Damn, alright, I gotta give that a try. Hey, supposedly
We've been seen on the TV.
yeah, they said that it's good.
Oh, rock one of my eyes.
Yeah, that's what they say. We gotta give that a try.
What? From Pollo Loco.
From El Pollo Loco, Big Cubo to Stockton, Norte, California, up in the building. Sub homie OG down there is definitely up in the house. Homie down there, sub homie, Hacienda Heights, Barrio 13, Chicos is definitely up in the building out that 91745 on 55th. Yeah, tacos are easy. That's what I'm saying. If you fuck up tacos, my boy, like how do you do that? Like how do you mess up tacos, my boy? That's like one of the things you can't mess up. Hey homie, you follow Hoodstock? I barely started following Hoodstocks. I barely scoped out a few of his videos. You know what I'm saying? So I've been catching up on his channel. I really don't watch that much street channels like Dubs, Cholo Trucker, Clown Log, Locked Out TV, and I think the Streets Ain't Loyal. I think those are the only ones. Oh, and Incredible Javier. Oh, but that's not really a street channel. But you know, you get what I mean. What? No.
We have like a
Boy, I took a
sprayer?
shower.
Did you really?
Time to take a shower. It's because of my old phone got all fucked up and I had to switch a new one. Let me find out that you bought one like Hormiga. Like how much did he pay? 1,100. 1,100 for this one.
16. I got an iPhone 2020. iPhone 20.
You don't have the backup password shit for your phone? My boy, you always gotta have it backed up. Oh, you don't want to get it sent to your hyena, huh? Pinche vato. Kivo homie tapping in from work. That's right, homie. Little Art is definitely up in the building. Damn, Little Art, man, you always at work. You a hard worker, homie. Serio. That's right, homie. Getting that Skrilla. But me, I'm Puerto Pequeño, hermano. We got that good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's real shit. You already know, homie. Hey, if you got Latino in your blood, my boy, then in the kitchen, my boy, is going down. It's fuego. You know, it doesn't matter where it's coming from Honduras, from Colombia, from Argentina, man, you know it's gonna be fuego. It's just something about us Latinos, my boy. It's like we were destined to like cook good or something. No offense to any other race, but Latino food is like, I mean, come on, it's y'all can't deny it. Y'all can't deny it.
Water!
It's delicious.
My soda's water.
So is Italian food though. Well, American Italian food. I could be Italian right here. Mamma mia. But actually I reset it because I couldn't do the old one. I watched one of your lives like 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't logging into YouTube. Oh, okay. So you were just freeballing it like that.
Are you the one that you my tablet today?
Keep it up, fire. Hey, gracias, my boy. We try sometimes.
Yeah, I did. Well, I like went through it.
Oh, she's right next to you.
You know what? I don't want to take it.
You know what that means, my boy. Be doing Morse code with the flashlight.
Okay, who's gonna shower first?
Like the old machine. Imagine talking shit back in the days with those machines. Like, do you hear how he's typing to me? Do you hear this? With such attitude. Imagine talking shit back then with those machines. That shit must have been going back and forth. Imagine being on one and doing that shit, fool. Nobody will be able to beat you. This is sounding crazy. I'm gonna be the Dodgers versus Giants game, May 4th in LA. I have a big 209 on my neck. Hope these vatos won't trip on me. Nah, ain't nobody gonna care for me. You know. Vatos there will trip, but it won't even be because of neighborhoods. Vatos will just trip there just for the most dumb. Anytime there's putazos at Dodger Stadium, my boy, it's always for the dumbest reasons. It's never for reasons why people think. It's always because, like, you put your soda in the guy's coaster, or, you know, you were stretching and you accidentally, like, tapped his hat or some shit. But it's always for some dumb shit like that. Or because you didn't put enough ketchup on your hot dog, even though you're the one eating it and not him. Like, that's not enough hot dog. You need to put more ketchup on that. Can't eat it like that.
That's it. You need to put more hot dogs on there.
But it's always for some dumb shit like that. It's never for the reasons why people think. Like, everybody in the news is like, oh man, it had to be gang related. It had to be, and it's always for some dumb shit. Like, you're not gonna drink your soda without a straw? Like, what the fuck? Fools can't handle their alcohol. Pandilla, what up, fool? Oh, chilling right here, my boy. From Mexico, tacos, Puerto Rico, arroz, sandwiches. That's true. Cubanos do have the sandwiches that are fuego. They be stuffing their shit with all kinds of meat, my boy. That shit's like a heart attack ready to happen. Some new raps in the game. Oh yeah, we always working on music, my boy. I'm back. I'm going through some personal issues, but I'm back now. That's why I haven't been on here. Yeah, I was wondering what happened to you, my boy. Hey, that's good then. At least you're back, homie. And I hope everything's going good for you, carnal. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, too. Saludos from Long Beach Kings. That's right. Long Beach Kings up in the building. Garcia 626. Top code. We're gonna have to be talking in codes when the girls are around. Hey, you're gonna have to do the eyes that Will Smith's hyena gave to him. That's the face she's giving you right now. You gonna get up and slap me right now? Shit, teacher Chris Rock. Cálmate, Will Smith. I'm not about pedo, homie. I'm trying to be nice Southern California. Yeah, no. Hey, homies really ain't tripping on here like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Homies on their own pedos. Homies got too much shit going on for themselves. I like your videos, but you got a lot of. I like your videos, but you got a lot on the South. Well, yeah, it's because I'm from the South, my boy. Southgate, I feel you. Okay. Hey, good. If you get a chance, check the interview on Hood Stocks did on Mr. D. I know, Hood beefs with his hood, but the thing is just something they speak about before. Oh, did he? I'm gonna have to scope it out. I mean, I have reacted to Mr. D's music before on my channel, you know. Even if our neighborhoods don't get along or whatever, I'm not a hater, you know what I mean? Like I said in that video when I reacted to his music, I told him his music is chingon. He's a good rapper, like sick with it. He's got a lot of talent. You know what I mean? I'm not a hater. I'm not those type of fools that just because our neighborhood's beefing, I'm gonna be like, oh, he sucks or este vato. You know what I mean? Like if you real and you solid, if it sounds good, my boy, you gotta give your honest opinion, regardless if he's a rival or not. If you honestly think he sounded chingon, my boy, you gotta say that. And now you're being fake, homie. You're being fake. You're not being 100 like you say you are. So how you gonna claim to be real, telling lies, my boy? Could only be honest right here. If I thought it sounded chingon, it's because it sounded chingon, done. You know what I mean? Vatos out there wanna say the opposite and then claim that they're real. Psst. Real fake, homie. That's what you are. That's 100.
Babe, somebody's asking about the gloves. Tell them that they're on the website.
Oh yeah, they're on the website. I have the gloves and beanies on the website. Yeah, I have everything on the website. The gloves, beanies, jerseys, all of that, my boy. And as easy as that, because everything goes through the website. So it's, you know. Jesus has gotten his merchandise. You know, it's really easy. As easy as 1, 2, 3. Easy as ABCs. I can do the double dutch right here. Andy T is definitely up in the building.
Yeah.
If you got sweets. That's what I'm saying. What's up, G? How you been? I'm good, Andy T. How about yourself? Southside Watts banging hard in Glenwood in the 90s. Baby.
Shut your ass up. Can you give me the keys? Por favor. Thank you.
No, yeah, Watts definitely be cracking. BAY. Well, yeah, well, you know, I'm not, I don't know about those neighborhoods and those areas and stuff like that for me to be like, speaking ill on them. You know what I mean? I could only bring the facts. You know what I'm saying? I get it that, vatos, be, going at it with these neighborhoods or whatever, but, the way I see it is like, that should be handled in the streets, like, not on the internet, Nah, yeah, I could only call it how it is, I could only, like, speak it, for, but I understand, like, where you're coming from, though. Because it's not easy when I have to break down my area, you know what I mean? But you could only be 100 though, like you can't, I can't be like, even if I do feel some type of way about certain neighborhoods, like, you got to keep it 100 all the time, Like if them fools are actually there and if they actually do work, I gotta say that that's what they do. I can't be lying and then claim to be solid and real, cause ain't nothing solid and real about lying. You know what I mean? So. That's the way I see it. But either way, still waiting for other number. I know. It's just that I'm waiting on some homies. Some homies kind of like lag it sometimes. That's why. Sometimes it takes homies a while to get back in. Because obviously, I wait for the thumbs up and then. Shout out. You see how El Salvador is doing martial law against the gangs and the dudes and playing. Yeah, I know. But here's one thing that I'll say about like think of it like this. What people say, if gangs are bad, right? How hard is it to round them all up and just exterminate them, right? Like eradicate them. One, then the lines become blur on what's actually justified and what's not. You know what I mean? Because then you become because it goes straight to your head. That type of power goes straight to your head. As easy as it is to round up all these gangs and wipe them out like that. Who's to say then criminals are next? Then people you just dislike. Then it all becomes blur because once you do something and it goes straight to your head, it's gonna be easy. It's easy just to round up any group of people and just take them out. Just because you see things some type of way. What if they were mistaken to be gang members, but they really weren't from that neighborhood, or because who does mess up? You know what I mean? So then all of that starts to get blurred in there. Fools could be saying that he's from a neighborhood just to say he's from a neighborhood just because they want him out, and he's really not. So all of that becomes blurred. Another thing that becomes blurred with that idea is that, okay, now if these guys are doing something, right, and now they know if they get captured, they're going to get, death penalty, pretty much death, right? They're going to get death. Now they'll take hostages. Now before they go, they'll take out innocent people or as many cops as possible. So now you're putting your men in jeopardy. You know what I mean? Because now these guys are gonna go to that extreme. So now a bunch of people around or officers are gonna get hurt because these people are gonna be like, well, might as well go out right here if I'm gonna go out over there. So now the chances of your cops being safe and everything like that. Now now all of that shit gets blurred. Because now you're putting them at risk. That shit's gonna happen because fools will now take it to that level. So that idea would only make shit worse and not better. You get what I mean? But some people think that if you just apply, you never fix problems by force. You know what I mean? Or by violence. It's only gonna make shit worse, my boy. You know what I mean? It's only gonna prove what they were saying about the government to be true. You know what I mean? So it's not gonna make shit better. But see, there's people that don't understand that. They think that that all violence fixes all problems. But then they wonder why there's so much violence in the world. I don't know. Gotta lead by example, no? That's what I always hear. But bueno, what the hell do I know? It's just like, it depends on what people see that is right and what's wrong. You know what I mean? It's at the convenience that, it's how you see it pretty much. That's what I always say all the time. People always want to say this and that when they're doing the very exact same thing, but they can't see it, Homie got talent for sure. Yeah, he does. He definitely got a lot of skills. Ain't no lying about that. What's going on, bro? It happened. Those gloves. Yeah, my boy. Well, I gotta send you the tracking number, homie. I gotta send you the tracking number. Because I know there's a tracking number that where you could follow that. It came with the receipt. I saw those freestyle videos. I don't know. I don't know what they be doing. Hard about getting. Keep up the feeding at work. Some new raps. Hey, gracias, my boy. Appreciate it. And we always hitting it hard. Saludos from South Central. Los Street Saints. That's right. 21st Street Malditos up in the building. Woo woo. Saludos from the NYC. Shout out to New York. Buenas tardes. Tapping in from Santa Ana. That's right. Shout out to Santa Ana. Yes, fuck to it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When are you posting? I'll say, homies music. Oh, actually, I do. I actually have one coming. That's because of the underground. It's like I like the way they get down with that underground, stilo to them. I like that. I like how they bring it like that. That's one thing. Hey, That's one thing I'll give the upstate homies that. There's some of the few Chicano rappers that actually could bring that type of flavor because not that many Chicano rappers try to take it to that level, which is the level that I like.
Are they on fleek?
Huh?
Yeah.
They're on fleek.
Are they on fleek? Yeah.
Definitely.
I can't see them.
Yeah, I gotta go hit a Dodger game too.
Yeah.
It's big chingon right there. Dodger.
This one is going up. Yeah. That one is not going up.
Primo.
Do this one up. It's easy. Just do it up.
Because they forget YouTube is for entertainment.
I see.
Random ass questions, but does your wife also have bad handwriting like most of the people in the medical. Actually, no. My wife actually has nice writing. Her writing is like perfect.
Okay, now they're better. Where are you?
It's actually quite surprising, yeah, because normally doctors you can't understand what the hell it looks like it's written in like Kryptonian or some shit, you know what I mean? Like what is this, Namekian? Motherfuckers writing in Namekian? I can't understand this shit. And yet other doctors could read it fine, huh? Oh, it says that I heard you in an accident 3 years, huh?
Mom, I really like my eyebrows.
They always leave out words when they're trying to speak English. You're just like, what?
Okay, go, come on. Mom, snap for me. Snap for me.
Drinking the steel. What's up, boss? Chilling right here, Danny P. R.I.P. to my primo. I went out there a few times. I know some kids in Hollywood. That's right, homie. Alright, so you... Oh, he's from Valerio. Oh, yeah, that's right. Shout out to the homies out of Valerio. Right there in Van Nuys. Yeah, I got some homies out of Valerio. The Mayhems. What's going on, brother? Chilling. What's good with you, my boy? Haskell Street Locotes is definitely up in the building. That's right, CHB. Yeah, I knew a lot of homies out of CHB, my boy. I remember CHB. I remember bumping into them outside of Monroe. Yeah. That's what's up. I used to have a lot of homies that used to go to Monroe. We used to go pick them up. Yeah, I remember when it was CHB, it was TKFs. It was, who else was out there? WVS. Yeah, you had a lot of vatos over there. The Witters boys. You had HMW, Hispanics Most Wanted. I remember Hispanics Most Wanted. KSM, that's another one. CSU, that's another one. Yeah, I remember all of those. Shea Monroe was full of nothing but cholos, my boy. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but motherfuckers banging right there. It might be like a poly. Man, I went to Monroe for a little bit too. Before that, one high school was there. Before Panorama High was there. What hood G702 is definitely up in the casa. Whoa, whoa. I'm not condoling what Will Smith did, but I'm not on Chris Rock's side. I agree with you 100 right there. That's what I said in my video, my boy. Though, like the way I see it is like if that's what he felt he needed to do, that's what he felt he needed to do. If Chris Rock felt he needed to do that, then that's what he felt he needed to do. I might pedo.
So activate it more?
I got Primo Danny. Shout out. That's right. You get away from gangs and still have some problems too. Also, yeah. And gangs is not the only thing that's gonna bring you problems in this world. Life in general is gonna come with problems. Yeah. That's the beauty of it though, because those battles only make you stronger. You know what I mean? You learn from every battle that you go through. You know, obstacles only make us stronger. You know what I mean? It's only an anchor if you let it be an anchor. You know what I mean? Or you can let it be a weight. You know, that's only gonna make you stronger. You know what I'm saying? It's your choice. Is it an anchor or is it a weight? You know what I mean? He must be a straight G, my boy. I've been. Am I? What's Chris Rock looking for in the mirror? The fresh. No break for Chris Rock, huh? That fool was in shock. He was like, oh. Fool even called it a fucking. What did he call it? A documentary? I've been in my. But, bro, I got a lot of clips ready to go. Oh yeah, serio, I seen that you weren't even uploading or nothing. I have to stay motivated to post. Oh my boy, you gotta motivate yourself, my boy. You can do it. Like that fool says in the movie, was it Little Nicky? Or was it Waterboy? You can do it all night long. It's crazy how Soreños always talk about Norteños acting black and saying, now all you hear is doing the same thing. They talk stuff about me. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this, carnal, money boy. In reality, my boy, Sureños don't talk about Norteños. Upstate Sureños talk about Norteños. But as in down here, we never talk about Norteños ever. I don't think I ever heard a homie talk about a Norteño down here. Ever. Like we never mention Norteños at all. As a matter of fact, we even forget about them unless we go online. We're reminded, you know. But down here, it's never brought up. You know what I mean? But homie's been saying the N word down here since forever too, homies. As long as I can remember. Not maybe upstate Sureños because they carry themselves maybe like a little bit different. That's why. But as in down here, it's never been like that, you know. But over there's because there's a difference. There's two different establishments, so I get it why one wants to be completely different than the other. You know what I mean? Because to me, that's what it sounds like is happening. It sounds like, you know, norteños are trying to be different than the sureños are trying to be different than the norteños. While down here, they really just don't care. Homie's just gonna do whatever the fuck he wants, you know. And that's just the real talk. You know, down here, Vato's not gonna tell a homie how you could talk or dress or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Because if a homie's putting in work and he's doing his thing, I mean, nobody could critique that homie. What are they gonna critique about him if he's actually putting it down? They can't. You can't call him fake or you know, or lame. Because, you know, you could try to give a homie, but if you're trying to punk a homie's not gonna let himself either, even if it's from homies from his own barrio, you know? We're trained not to never let ourselves from nobody, you know? Yeah, you see homie throwing it down for theirs all the time. Because as you being a man, you're not gonna let another person press on you. You know what I'm saying? And then that creates inside beefs and everything and all that. You know, the bullshit that comes with the life. Well, we're all aware of it. Saludos, camarada. Shout out to the homies from Linwood Young Crowd. Woo woo. That's right. Gracias, hijo. Shout out to all the homies in Linwood, the Young Crowd. I got a lot of homies out of Young Crowd too. Ay, güey, pito, su madre. Trae hambre. Wilmington, East Side, West Side, North Side, in the casa. Whoa, whoa. That's right. How's your night? Feed me, my boy. Shout out to all the Wilmas. What's good, Kana? Oh, Hormiga's definitely up in the building. What's good with you, Hormiga? Yes, sir. Danny B. Puro Sinaloa. Woo woo. Nayarit, Durango. That's right. That's right. And Jalisco, of course. Can't forget about Jalisco. Whoa, whoa. You seen WrestleMania, Cody? It was, but I expected it to be better though. You know, it was so-so. It was so-so. I mean, it wasn't completely crap, but it was. Ahí estaba. He just said, "Yeah, you heard that." Trying to get me demonetized. Shout out to you, your family, hermano, también. That's right. La R siempre controla, my boy. Shout out to Richmond too. Is that a King Cobra? Oh yes.
What?
Thank you, my boy. I appreciate it. It's good, my boy. I like the way it tastes. Look, tastes good. I honestly think King Cobra tastes better than Modelo, and I'm not making that shit up. I'm being 100. I don't like Modelo. I don't like the way Modelo tastes. I hate the aftertaste of Modelo. They put too much barley in it, in my opinion. Southside Watts, Winos Clica, R.I.P. Bullet, the big bad Glenwood up in the building. Woo woo! Shout out to all the Southside Watts. Shout out to the homies from Southside Watts representing. At the KMT too. I got a chase by my house, by my homie. Oh, you got chased by your homie? That was a Looney Tunes rooster looking. Serio? Damn, that's crazy, my boy. A good thing it was too. It was because it wasn't like they were. That's just funny, Looney Tunes looking at. You know, what's that fool's name? Foghorn Leghorn, no? I said a boy. Focus. What's cracking? Shadow? Westside Lancas is definitely up in the building. Shout out to Lancas out there 661. What's cracking, my boy? That's because I'm saying really fight Northern. That's why. Yeah, that's true. You know, because y'all really had beef and animosity towards each other. Yeah, I know, I feel it. Yeah, I feel that 100. My primo Pecas from the Belltown, or the Loma Vistas. Yeah, they with the business too. I had two homies, really good homies, from there. The homie Serge and Moreno, and Mundo. They used to always have a talk can for me, man. That's one of the homies. I always had a talk can.
We're gonna have to help this.
Much respect. I haven't seen homie in a while too.
The Daily Bugle, Rocky. No.
Hope he's doing feeding.
This is what we're gonna have to gain. We're gonna have to gain the lumberjack spot, Sleepy Sound, Tilted.
Is it?
The other place I'm like going.
No, it is the way it's supposed to. Well, no, like the difference between each other. No.
Has two bosses, and that's all.
It just depends what neighborhood you guys are from, but just because they're from a neighborhood it doesn't mean like you should be acting the same. Like if that vato drinks Coca-Cola, you vatos are gonna drink Pepsi? Like no mames. Like no, tampoco no tanto así, you know what I mean? I mean what really matters, my boy, is just what neighborhood they're from, my boy. Not how they dress or what color they use or whatever. It all comes down to what barrio you from, homie. Everything else, my boy, is fucking irrelevant, dog. Serio, fool. Last 100, homie. That's the only thing that's gonna matter, fool. What neighborhood you from, fool. Your fucking hairstyle, your lingo, the way you walk, your grammar, all of that shit's gonna be fucking irrelevant, fool. All that really matters is what barrio you really from, homie. That's all that's all it really comes down to, homie. You know? La pinche ropa, the way you walk, talk, that has nothing to do with nothing, fool. You know? You know, yeah, already when you try to be like that, it's already like, you know, like you're trying too hard, you know what I'm saying?
You already know. Dad, I have a special word.
What?
You already know.
You're crazy,
Hurry
baby.
up, fun.
Shout out to Jasper, local out that east side Baldwin Park. Woo woo. I made a mix to a baller, shot caller 20. Do they have one of them norteño? I'm surprised they don't have one for like every side already. I haven't heard that beat in a while. I actually haven't heard no one try to rap over that beat in a cool minute. That was a female beat back then. Man, I got a question. It's been hella chill here in Vegas for the last 10 years, but heads getting out and getting active, old hoods popping off again. Just happened everywhere, just in Vegas. Nah, that's happening everywhere. In reality, sad to say, neighborhoods don't really die, my boy. They never die out. Even the people like to say that neighborhood's dead and that neighborhoods don't die, my boy. Like you stop hearing about them for a little bit, and then they resurface. That's just always the way it is. La gente no aprende, güey. You know, because my boy, the reality of it, I'm not promoting gang thing or trying to brag it or glorify it or none of that. But this is the truth of the matter. Truth of the matter is that you have vatos from those barrios, my boy, that are prideful and they care about their neighborhood, as stupid as it is, and blah 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 blah. Yes, because we all know that or whatever. We all recognize that, so it's pointless to keep repeating it. There's homies that from those neighborhoods that have a lot of pride, my boy, and they're gonna represent their neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Like they're just gonna be out there representing. You know, so as long as that vato's representing, that vato's not dead, homie. How you gonna say that vato's dead if that vato's out there repping it? Even if it's just one vato, it doesn't even matter, homie. If he's riding out there or hitting fools up or my boy, then that neighborhood's still up, homie. Well, you're gonna say that it's not? Does it really take 40 heads? Do you really need 10 heads? You know, you're posted 10 deep, my boy. One vato rolls up with a 9, gets off, starts bucking. Those 9 heads just took off running. So what good was having those 9 heads? Psst, nothing. You could put fucking nine scarecrows out there and they'll do the same. That's what I said. It's about what you do. You know what I mean? Like, what good is having all those heads just posted right there doing nothing? You know what I mean? That vato's probably never in his block, but he rolled up, he put in his work, he got stubo. He already did more than what your vato does, and you're there every day. Because it's about the work, it's not about being out there. You could be out there, but if you're not doing nothing, I mean, what good is it? You could put a statue out there and they'll do the same. You know, and if you already did the highlight, te quieres pelar, you know what I mean? Because shit's hot, so you're already putting your work and you did. So, you know what I'm saying? even when you do roll up and you're gonna jump somebody, there's 10 of you vatos. Only like 3 vatos are really gonna be getting putazos in. The rest of the vatos are just gonna be hitting you, if anything. You know, when you're trying to get one person and shit. And if anything, just makes it rougher like that. Because nobody's really even hitting anything. Because we're just all pushing and shoving each other out of the way. Vatos are clipping you and kicking you like, hey, wait, it's them, remember? Like, oh shit, that's right. Yeah, I remember what that was like. It's like, so, you know, the reality is like, you know, vatos want to be out there 40 hits, but don't get to see las pinches 40 hits. The vato just rolled up by himself, maybe only 3 default, and everyone started running because them fools all started bucking. That's what I say. When people be like, people want it to be like the 90s still, where you're able to see like 50 heads out there. It's not like that no more. It's worse now. Because they're out there, you just can't see them. You know what I mean? And it's worse when you can't see them, you know, because then te salen por todos los lados. They come out of the fucking sewers or the trees. I don't know where the fuck they be hiding, homie, but then they roll up and it's on and cracking. That's just crazy. That's just some other shit, though. That's it. No more menudo for Mr. 626. Mr. Shadow. What's good with you, Alex? I have a joke for you already. What do you think the cop show, Gangster Cop and politics? What cop show? There's a cop show? Trump. If you cut me off. After menudo, Pacifico is fire. Pacifico is good. I'm not gonna lie, Pacifico does taste good. You know which one's good too? Corona Familiar. That one's good. The brown one, that one's bomb. What did NSA say when the house on him? That motherfucking chase. Harbor area tortilla flats is definitely up in the building. Whoa. He said, get off me, Holmes. No mames. Say güey. But he said it like smoke. Get off me, man. Get off me, man. When he's in the pitching coop. What up, loco? Just got here. What we talking about? Oh, just about a little bit of everything, my boy. You know, we right here. We random on some random shit. Vista homeboys. That's right. Shout out Jasper Loco, Eastside Baldwin Park. Whoa. Hey, what if Poison put that? People block Poison's message. Poison's cool. What did Poison put, babe?
I don't know.
That's a homie.
That wasn't me.
Oh.
Oh,
is Poison drunk? It's Poison drunk.
I timed out the other one, not him.
Oh, okay. Send some shout outs to the Camsters. That's right, out of Boyle Heights. Shout out to Camsters. Out of Boyle Heights and out of the South Side. Out that BG. Whoa. What did that say? When he said, get on me, Holmes. The SGV. That's right, HGV. Definitely up in the house. Antelope Valley 661. Even when you aren't active, you still have your old. Yeah, that's true. Even when you're not active, you still represent. Vatos still have pride, even though they try to deny it, my boy. They know when they pull up to a red light, my boy, and they see their vato on the wall, my boy, they make a little smile. They can't even lie that they don't, fool. They do, fool. No motherfucker's gonna sit there and tell me that I'm lying about that, fool. See their vato hit up and they do a little smirk to themselves. Even when, if you hear ex-gang members talk about their hood, my boy, you see the smile, you see them get pumped full of energy, you know what I mean? And those are real emotions that when they're telling their story, my boy, those are real emotions that they're shedding, you know what I mean? Because they know that those were real feelings, my boy. Those were real feelings, my boy. Those were not made up, fool. I'm not saying that it's a good thing or it's a positive thing or whatever. I'm saying that real emotions do get put into this lifestyle, is what I'm saying. And when you put real emotions into something, you know how difficult it is to change anything that has to do with your actual, feelings on things. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when, like those hyenas that their mans beat them, but yet they're still there. They're still there. You know what I'm saying? Or Will Smith, who's his hyena cheats on him, but he's still there. When you put real feelings into shit, my boy, it's not as easy as people say that. Get on, let it go like that. They think it's a light switch, fool. They think it's like that. Where does it work like that, my boy? Where does it work like that? Where is it that easy to let go of shit that you actually care about? Where does it work like that in this world, my boy? Please point me to that direction. They act like if they never had to make hard decisions, you know what I mean, or they didn't struggle with making a decision in their life. You know what I'm saying? They act like if it was that they just woke up one day, my boy, and they were just like, "Yep, I'm gonna just not drink Coke today no more." You know what I'm saying? Like, these fools are acting like if they never had any fucking problems and shit. You know what I mean? That's what gets me mad. That people act like if that is really that fucking easy, or they don't have any fucking problems that that they had a battle in changing about themselves. That's what irritates me. And this problems this big, right? That has been around for so long and affects and this big. It takes time to fix these problems, and it happens little by little. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen overnight. Rome wasn't built overnight. Neither was the Eiffel Tower. You know what I mean? It takes time for shit like this. You get what I'm saying? And it has been getting better, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Vatos really don't take off, like how they used to. The gangs don't have the same amount of numbers that they used to do. Before, neighborhoods were fucking massive. They're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's getting better with time. You know what I mean? There's progress, little progress, but there's progress. And like I've always said, a little bit of something is better than a whole lot of nothing. You know what I mean? Like I said, at least there's progress. You know what I mean? But people want to wake up already. People want this shit to be already. Yeah, no more. By tomorrow, I want this problem done. Like, okay, where does it work like that, my boy? When has a big problem ever been solved like that? Please enlighten me. So don't call it for how it is. People think that I be defending this lifestyle and stuff like that. Like, nah, you just don't want to recognize what the truth is. Stop being so arrogant. What goes around stays around. Still lurking hard. Nothing when you never leave. There you go. Yeah, true. But I did spend time with my family last week. We had a picnic. That's right. That sounds sweet, man, homie. I actually enjoy that kind of shit. I actually like doing that in the right here in the SGV. There's a spot. It's my favorite spot. It's was it the Santa Fe Dam? No, babe. Mm-hmm. The Santa Fe Dam. That's my spot, homie. I love that place, homie. If any of you guys are ever like around the SGV, what city is that, babe? It's
I don't know again.
No, Irwin? No, Irwindale. Is it Irwindale?
I have no idea.
It's in the SGV though. You only pay $10 to get into that place, homie. But there's like, oh, it's $12 now.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Last month it was $12.
Oh yeah, okay, $12. You get a fish. They have you get to rent bikes, boats.
Wait, is it what we want?
They have play areas. They have a little water for the morros. I think it's only $3, huh, babe? $3 for that little water, that little water shit they have right there.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. Yeah, on Livo. Yeah. Homie knows right here. That's my spot, homie. I like to chill right there. That's my favorite place to go, my boy. That's like my place to relax.
Yup.
That's the spot right there. If you have a family, I recommend that place, homie.
They like it?
They even have a veces they have what is the medieval times where the vatos and horses and remember me? They had like the medieval shit. That's just crazy though. That's just cool. That's feed man. That's the spot right there, homie.
The next time they have a babe, we're gonna go dress up.
Hey, I'll go as a knight. It'll be your knight in shining armor, baby. But that's just feed man. I don't gotta worry about no more shadow. Move out the SV and live in large. That's right, my boy. As it should be, homie. Yeah, it's rough, homie. It's rough being right there in the mix. You remember? Especially you right there in Pocoima. Está cabrón, güey. I remember when I used to work out there too. The vato used to work. They used to wait for me till I got out of work. How babe, when the guys from Pocoima used to wait for me outside of work?
Yeah. No one you're saying it. Oh, babe.
That's just funny. That used to go a lot, my boy. They would apply the pressure, but they're not gonna run me out of my jale. You know what I mean? We're necios like that. You're gonna have to You're gonna have to carry my corpse out of that bitch. Do you consider me a homie? Shout Donald Trump? You? Yeah, homie. Yo, homie. You made America great again. What? Ninja Turtle Serio. They could be. The blog got shut down last night. Did you see? Yeah, I seen. They I think some fool died. Fool right here off the exit on where the 7-Eleven's at and the Jack in the Box. Some fool got smoked. Yeah.
I think that's connected to the freeway thing.
Yeah, that's just crazy. Is the one that you're talking about right? Is it connected to right here to the freeway? No, to the off ramp. That's crazy, and that's the freeway that I take too. Está cabrón. So Shadows, salutes. What's good with you, my boy? Kivo, homie, how you been? Firme, duende. What's good with you, my boy? How you been, homie? Shout out to T Dubs. That's right. The world's craziest.
Why do you have that?
Yeah, that dude name. One of the former correctional CEO. He's talking about all the different ese gangs black from different. Serio? Man, that's crazy. Right here on YouTube, or he has a channel. And he's a hoorah. He's a cop. Well, you know what? There's a lot of Huda has a lot of knowledge, my boy. A lot of, that's their specialty too. People think that the Huda doesn't know anything. You know what I mean? Those vatos know your barrio better than those vatos know the barrio better than some homies. Put it like that. I'm not even lying about that shit. Fool. There's some Huda that know your barrio better than some of your homies, dog. You know? Nefos ain't stupid. My boy, that's their job. Motherfuckers knew where to find us even more than some of the homies. More than the enemies.
I'm looking at you, but you're thinking I'm looking at your eyebrows.
Nah, it's just these fools pretend that they don't know where their rivals are. My boy, they've been beefing it for 20, 40 years, my boy, and they don't know where their enemies are at. Them fools know where they're at. They're just pretending. Motherfuckers want to be hitting up everywhere except where them vatos are at. They go everywhere except where they're actually at. You know what I mean? They go in the beginning of the block, at the ends of the block, at the side of the block, but they won't go directly to where they're at, you know? And then people think that they're getting smashed on because they see the graffiti like, damn, this fool got pressed. Like, because no matter what it is, my boy, you can't be everywhere at once, you know what I mean? So that's why I say the graffiti doesn't count, because you can't be in all the walls in your neighborhood, you know what I mean? So if they could see you, but you can't see them, and then they write on that wall, they take off, does that mean that they put in work on you? No, right? But people that will see that hit up will automatically assume that. But what? Like, you're supposed to have like one homie in each wall to not let it happen? It's gonna fucking happen. Can't be everywhere. Doesn't mean that these fools are putting in work on you or pressing you. It's a whole lot of fucking shenanigans, in my opinion. It's a whole lot of lies being told. The whole point of riding in your enemy's territory before was you went looking for them and you weren't able to find them, so that's why you right there to let them know you came looking for them. But now it's the opposite. Now they see you there, but instead of rolling up to you, they just write and then they take off. Like you're only supposed to ride if you weren't able to find them, stupid. Not the other way around. They're right there. I know, fool, but if we hit up, it'll be better than if we roll up on them. Like, but how? Trust me, dog, because we'll be able to take a picture of this and upload it to Instagram. Oh, that's right, and then we'll really get our stripes. Yeah, because you know, my boy, if it's not on Instagram, it's not a real strike no more. Yeah, you're right. Hey, you should be an OG. You make a lot of sense. Fool, I'm telling you. Now make the duck lips, fool, before I take this picture real quick. And here, hold the bazooka. Do the duck lips, fool.
Okay, I'm gonna go lay down. Make sure they don't stay up that late and make sure they brush their teeth before they go to bed, okay?
Okay, baby.
Can you try to make sure I wake up when my alarm goes on?
That's what you always say, baby. I'm gonna drop kick you off the bed.
No, tomorrow I do have work too.
It's that graveyard life. Spencer, my boy, what's your homie's name again? I was with him. I would see yard. He was from Radford. And his hair. Oh, you mean Chuco? The homie Chuco? Shout out to my ninja. from South Central and West Side. W2K Barrio Tepas, that's right. West Side Tepas up in the building, and shout out to the South Central W2K. That was fake. You think so, my boy? Nah, but if you really think about it, if the slap was fake, like what would they get out of this? I mean, so far it's going bad for them in publicity wise. You know what I mean? A lot of movie companies are pulling out, so it's costing them like financially wise. Even if they're getting attention, my boy, regardless of whatever. Financially wise, it's a big blow because companies don't want to mess with these people no more because they think, of all the negativity it's getting. So now you're losing in money. Now you're losing money. And now your fans are not gonna be buying your shit no more, like your movies and stuff like that, because they feel some type of way or whatever. So financially wise, you're taking a big blow as Will Smith. So you're losing money. You're not gaining money. You're maybe gaining attention and views, but you're losing in money where it matters. Okay, now let's look at the Chris Rock sense. Now it looks people are belittling him because he didn't do nothing about it. So now it makes him look bad. You get what I'm saying? So I don't see how or like what would be the purpose of faking the slap? You get what I'm saying? Like what would be the purpose? I know people like to say to distract us from what's really going on. I mean, let's face it, my boy, with the attention span that this day and age has, what are the chances of them being so focused on this slap for that long? You know what I mean? Until it's like, okay, that's boring. Next, you get what I'm saying? So the distraction is not gonna work. You're not gonna distract the people from what's really going on because they only stay stuck on something for a little bit and then it's off to the next. You know what I mean? So it's not because you're trying to distract the people. So you're gonna get nothing out of it. Like fooling the people for what though? For what though? Like what would be the purpose of that though? You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's say they did fool us with the fake slap. But what was the purpose of that, though? Like, what were they getting out of that? Because if anything, it was just like, it's going bad for them, So they're like, what would be the purpose, And not only that, but think of it like this. The Oscars were on TV, live on TV, so there's regulations. There's certain things you can and can't do, on TV shows because of the rating it has, right? Rated E for everyone to watch, or only teens or adults or whatever the hell. So now if you're putting this out for everyone to see it, so now you're confident to watch this with your little kids and stuff like that. So then they hear him, cursing and all of that and going and slapping it. Now people are offended because you're allowing this, to air and their kids were watching. So now they're gonna make a big deal. So you get sued. So now these companies could get sued, right? And even if there is settlements or whatever dismissed, you're still going to spend a lot of money when you didn't have to. You get what I mean? So financially wise, why would they even do that? Why would they create that kind of an error? You get what I mean? Because now, TV shows ain't gonna, or those channels ain't gonna want to mess with these people no more. Bring the Oscars again, you know what I mean? So now they're losing money in that. So what would be beneficial, to faking the slap though? Because see, I could understand why people will say why they want to fake stuff and everything like that, but we have to look at the big picture because it's not just this single act right here. You have to think about all the components that go along with it, right? Like the TV contracts and everything else. You know what I'm saying? So there's all of that too. You know what I mean? And then how they were saying, how they were like, oh, he's leaning in for the slap. No, people have to keep it in mind. You're in an area with a bunch of people clapping and everything like that. Have you ever been in a concert? You can't hear the person. So if you see him coming up to you, you think he's about to tell you something. So you leaning in, you know what I mean? Because it's like you're at a concert, homie. So you can't hear, you know what I mean? Well, we're watching it on TV. Well, yeah, we could hear everything because of the microphones and everything. But while you're there, it's different, homie. So of course you got to lean in to hear the vato out. It's kind of like when you're in a concert, my boy, you're trying to hear your camarada out. You need to lean in, homie. You just can't hear him if he's talking like that. You get what I'm saying? So that's why he was leaning in, because, he thought this vato was going to come tell him something. And at the same time, he wasn't really going to slap him that hard, you know what I mean? He just wanted to give him a little, you know what I'm saying? This vato wasn't really trying to, knock this fool out, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? All of that plays a factor too, when it comes to like this kind of stuff. Like we got to see the big picture. Because like there could be like a bunch of this stuff, but we gotta be able to gotta be able to view all of this. So there's all of that. Corona. NYC major gang started in jail. The Bloods King. On the riverbed. Yeah, where the riverbed's at. Yup, that's my spot. Don't lie, but I always read by city. Just said no more. Yeah, I feel you, my boy. Richmond all day. Whoa, whoa. Now I understand, my boy. You know, like you reach that time, and you know, it'll be dumb to say that you should be banging already to when you're old. No, you know what I mean. You gotta, you know, be a man, be responsible, and do what you gotta do. You know what I mean. Um, Now, for those who want to stay stuck in that lifestyle, well, you know, the choice is theirs. You know what they want to do with themselves. And if they want to move on, they want to move on. There's nothing wrong with that either. Like I've always said, the way I see it, I don't look at a homie bad if they move on. You know what I mean? If the homie put in his work, my boy, if he never snitched and he did his thing already, my boy, if he actually put it down for his block, my boy, then he's entitled to go live his life, homie. Yeah, he already did his thing, homie. He already did his thing. You know, that's what the youngsters are for. You already did your thing, it's time to move on. You know what I mean? You know, vatos don't really gotta be out there. They already put in their share of work. You know what I mean? What are people gonna say? That he never put in no work? Or he's a pussy even though he put in all that honey? No, right? You know what I mean? The ones that critique a gang member for moving on is the people that aren't even from gangs, my boy. It's all the gente that's not even gang related for that want to be doing all the critiquing. So what the fuck do you guys know about the gangster life? Those be the very same individuals be saying that these vatos ain't solid, these vatos, you know, dropped out or whatever. Like, hey, what part are you from? Oh, I don't bang. Okay, then why are you saying all that about that individual? Oh, because it's true, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh, it's not? No. Like, stick to what you do, please. Like, how you gonna be calling a vato a snitch? You ain't even from a gang, my boy. How you gonna be calling a person a snitch, my boy? You ain't even gang related. A snitch is somebody that belongs to a criminal organization who agrees to commit a crime, and then, you know, he turns on his compadres, and then they get a critiquing for that because they had an agreement, right? But if these individuals belong to no organizations and don't agree to nothing, and they're just regular day civilians, how are you calling these vatos snitches? Or what gives you the right to call a person a snitch? What criminal entity do you belong to? You don't? Okay. Then, what are you doing? And then they act like these individuals can't hurt them, you know what I mean? You're really talking to them like if they're not the same people that were doing stuff for their sets. You know what I mean? People get it confused. They think that just because they rolled it up, you know, or you know, they called it quits in the yarda and they got removed or whatever. They think that they're soft, you know. They calling these fools dropouts and stuff like that. Like when they don't even bang, it's like you calling him a dropout, but you're acting like that's not the same motherfucker that stabbed like 50 gente throughout his career. You think he forgot how to hit people? Yeah, keep playing with that. You know what I mean? And he's gonna get you, and then we'll really see who's really gonna be the one right there screaming like a hyena. These fools are the same hitters. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't respect their decisions, but that don't mean that they bitches either, my boy. I'll tell you that 100. And any real motherfucker that's ever been anywhere will tell you that shit. I don't think that they saw it just because they've been, you know, they got sent to another yard, you know? It'll be the same individuals that will hit you, my boy. Only a damn fool would think like that. People have been watching too many movies, I think. Or listening to a whole lot of people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. Right here in El Salvador, they still use the stores, like shit, like it's crazy. The Chris Rock is from the hood, right here in Brooklyn. Oh yeah, that's true. He is straight out, you know, out of Brooklyn. Yeah, he comes out of the greedy too. I work in the one of the rules you can break, maybe upstreet, but it worked. My boy Shadow saw that. Respects. That's my boy YouTube channel. Oh, he has a YouTube channel. Oh shit, what is it called? You said Jack in the Box. I haven't had Jack in the Box. Oh, that's right. You said that there's no Jack in the Box out there. That's crazy though, man. Jack in the Crack is a shit, my boy. I can't live without that. It's the rat for no. Mahina said we're I'm gonna post it in the community, whatever, when it's gonna happen. On that one, because she wants to be involved. You know what I'm saying? She has to go to work today. He's not all from that part of Philly. Oh, that's right. I forgot that fool is from Philly, huh? He got in one little fight and his mom got scared and said he's moving to with his uncle and aunt in Bel Air. Oh, mames. Yeah, I know Will Smith, homie. The vato that got in one little fight and his mom got scared and said he's moving with his aunt and uncle in Bel Air. Yeah, I know that fool. Huh, just like that. It sounds like you know, homie. Like, damn, you do know that vato. Yeah, I know that vato. The rug talks like that. I wish the rug would say that around me. And then again, I would do it just like that. Shout out, thanks a lot for the shout out. You already know right here, my boy. Shout out all the solid. What a big dog chilling right here, camarada. What's good with you? Out that Perromont. Whoa, whoa. Shout out to Paramount Dog Patch. Why my shit disappeared? Your shit disappeared? Serio? I don't know. I don't have no control over these kind of things. To fight more. To fight people? For people to fight people? Chris Rock. Oh, what's good with you, Wes Carson? Hey, thank you, my boy. I appreciate it. Go subscribe to Wes Carson TV. That's another Feed Me channel right there. That's because Texas is smaller than Cali. That's why. Yup, the dog patch is definitely up in the building. Linwood, that 90262. Whoa, whoa. I think Chris Rock didn't need to throw a punch. Yeah, he didn't. You know what I mean? People also have to take that into consideration. I know it's a joke, but remember this. Not everybody has the same sense of humor, right? So what you find funny, other people might not find funny. You know what I mean? And they might actually find it offensive. Like, let's say if they have somebody that they care about who's overweight or dyslexic, or let's say something out there, right? And he takes it a certain way, right? And then he lashes out, you know what I mean? Like, you also have to think about other people around you that are hearing the joke into consideration, you know what I mean? Because not everybody has the same sense of humor. While although you and a few might find it funny, not everyone's gonna find it funny, and you can't be mad that some people find it offensive. You know what I mean? Because you didn't care to think about the people around you and how they might receive it. You know what I mean? You were only thinking about yourself. You know what I mean? So therefore, you can't be mad, you know, because you didn't take that into consideration. It's kind of like the people that say that there's nothing wrong with saying the N-word. Okay, walk into a random room with a random black people that you never met before, my boy, and say the N-word. Oh, you won't say it? Why not? I thought it was cool. I thought there was nothing wrong with saying it. Do you call your boss the N-word? No, why not? I thought there was nothing wrong with saying it. I thought that's the way you talk. So how come you don't call your boss, your parents, or your kids, or your wife that? I thought that's the way you talk, so it should come out naturally, right? If that's the way you talk, it comes out naturally. So you should call your boss that, and people at work that, right? Because that's how you talk, so it comes out naturally. Oh, it doesn't? Oh, you're able to control yourself from saying it around them? Why? Oh, because it's disrespectful? They might get offended? You could lose your job? Oh, so you are able to control when to say it and when not to say it. Okay. So you respect those people, but you don't respect how I might take it or how people around you might take it. So you're not giving us your respect. So you're not showing us respect then. So you don't care for our respects then, no? So that's not the way you talk then, right? Okay. You know what I mean? Because if that's the way you talk naturally, then you should be calling your boss and everybody else that. But since you don't, and you're able to keep yourself on check because you don't want to disrespect them because you could lose your job, then that's not how you talk. You get what I mean? So, therefore, if you care to not disrespect them, then why do you not care to disrespect these other people and how they might receive it? So don't give me that shit. You know, because that's one of the things I always hear people say. That's the way I talk. All right, so you call your boss that? Oh, no, not my boss. Why not? That's the way you talk. People be funny. And it's funny because that's one of the things that they hear other people, how they used to defend why they say it. So they repeat it, right? A lot of people just repeat stuff, right? Because they think that, yeah, that's the answer. Then they realize, no. Like, let's really break down the mental of that. You know what I mean? Other people just give up. They'll be like, all right, yeah, okay, that's what he said. No? Let's really get down to the bottom of it. There's a source to everything. Remember that. You know, people do things for a reason. Nobody does nothing for no reason. Even the people that claim that they're doing it for no reason, there's a reason behind it. There's something that always fuels the fire, my boy. The fire didn't combust. Even combustion is not real. You know, something, you know, occurred in order for something to combust. So even like that, for those people who want to try to say combustion, for everyone in the chat, I gave the respect. Stop. I'm assuming people are putting disrespectful things. Well, damn. The Will Smith is a big old buff. He's buff? Is he? Well, he has to be, huh? Because for the movies, he has to get all yoked. Who says Chris Rock ain't planning to get even later? Serio, huh? For all we know, that fool's loading up the Take-9 right now. Right. That payback real? He's keeping it on down low. He's trying to get his revenge. He's gonna let some time pass by. Fool's in a Men in Black, that fool. Make sure to keep your name up. Keep my wife's name. Hollywood people practice MK Ultra by Public's satanic ritual. No, I don't really believe that they're that strategic to keep something like that. You know, especially them. You know, they love to gossip and can't keep anything to themselves. They would have spilled the beans a long time ago. I mean, let's face it, break down the character of these individuals. They're not the most brightest. For something of a satanic cult, you need some people that are able to, you know, have their emotions on check, be very calculated, psychopathic, you know, strategic, and you need a lot of stuff, you know, in order to keep something like of that magnitude, you know, under wraps and stuff like that. And I don't believe that they, you know. I don't believe that they're capable of that. I think people read too much into it. It's what happens. Like there's some stuff that occurs, right? But I think people just add too much to it. You know, like don't get me wrong. There's secret agendas and stuff like that. There is, without a doubt, there is, my boy. Without a doubt, without one shot of a doubt, that there is.
Yeah.
But not to the level that some people say. You know, like satanic groups or for a drink or because they want our blood or you know like stuff like that. Like there's stuff that's going on, just not stuff like that, you know. I mean stuff that's bad still nonetheless, don't get me wrong. I mean we're still dealing with, you know, a problem, you know, a big problem. Just not at that magnitude.
You know? Oh, did he just snipe me? I'm not sure. This one?
Like I do believe that they want to like totalitarian system for the United States, you know what I mean? They want us to pretty much enslave ourselves and stuff like that, but not because they want our souls or or our youth, you know, nothing like that. You know, because I mean superpowers, I mean if they had the ability to do anything like that because of the satanic, my boy, they would have had this shit in the wraps a long time ago, homie. You know, for people that have this ability and this plan, right? They sure have the dumbest way in unraveling this plan. You know what I mean? First, it has to go through the celebrities and then spill onto the people, and then you know trick them into believing the Chris Rock slap, and all of this is the agenda of the devil to control the world. Like that's his plan, my boy. I figured somebody that had, you know, the power to enslave people and everything, he'll come up with a better plan, homie, than this, homie. I mean, this plan seems kind of like, I mean, it's not the best plan, homie. You know, like really manipulate the Oscar? That's the grand plan. So that's what we're really going with, huh? The man who has the power to you know his powers to control demons and everything, and this is his plan, the Oscars. I don't know, my boy. I kind of figured that it would be a little bit something, you know, I don't know, something better than that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the Oscars and using Will Smith's wife. I mean, I guess that could be the devil's plan. I mean, not the best plan in the world, but I mean, yeah, I guess.
Never mind.
You know, don't get me wrong. I mean, it is possible, I guess, but I don't know, dog. I would figure the devil would be a lot more chingon than that, homie. Like that to me is like, I don't know, homie. I'm kind of disappointed at the devil at this point, you know. It's like these are the people that you're using as your minions.
What do you mean? You
Fuck,
only told
dude.
me once.
Like instead of controlling the people that are actually in power, they have the right to like press nuclear bomb button and just completely destroy all of this shit. But you're really gonna control Jay-Z and
but
Justin
what do you
Bieber and that's who your goons are? Fucking hey, dude. Instead of the people that are actually in office and that are actually able to make moves happen, they'll be controlling fucking Jake Paul. Damn, dog. The guy C-Mac. Damn, I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it is possible, my boy. You know what I mean? I mean, the devil could be on some of that reef. I don't know, but it is. I mean, it all is possible, but just find a little bit, because people have been saying that. Watch, this is the year that's gonna happen. They've been saying that since before Bush's dad was the president. Every year that a president comes, there's always like a secret plan and this time is true. This time is really gonna happen. They said that when Bush was in office. They said that when Clinton was in office, when Obama was in office, when Trump was in office. But now this time for real. This time's for real though. Check how far the conspiracy theories have been going back since forever, my boy. That this time. You watch. You guys are laughing now, but watch. And then fools die. and we're still waiting. Like, yeah, they said that this guy was the one that was gonna pull the trigger right here. This is definitely him. At this point, I'm already tired of waiting, homie. So far, I haven't seen nothing. I mean, some conspiracy theories that were true, but those weren't really actually conspiracy theories. Those were actually those were plausible, but. The supernatural part of it, I mean, we're still waiting. You know what I'm saying? Even with the aliens, my boy, with the aliens. My boy, the aliens, if they have the power, if they have the technology to travel already to our planet, my boy, we would have all been gone already, homie. That was what, my boy, they have the power to travel to our planet. You know how the magnitude of that is. We can't even fathom that kind of knowledge. You get what I'm saying? For them to travel to here. You can't even fathom that kind of knowledge. So these fools are way superior. You know what I mean? That's like saying, why would you go into a bank? Like, let's say you have an iPhone. Why would you break into a bank, my boy, to steal pagers? You know what I mean? They're obsolete. What good is a pager to you now? That you're way superior with your iPhone. Your iPhone could do 1,000,000 times better shit than a pager could do. So... why would you want to steal a bunch of pagers for? Or what are the pagers going to be able to be of use to you, who already has an iPhone? You know what I mean? Like, you're way superior than these individuals. So what would be the purpose? Like, what could these people could possibly give you? Nothing. What use would they be to you? There'll be no use. Can't provide nothing. You're already way superior, especially if you could shapeshift and all this other shit that people be saying that they could do. My boy, then what use could a human be to them? Motherfuckers can't even tie their shoes, homie. They gonna be a use of you. You're gonna leave that fool that can't even tie his shoe in charge to push the enslavement of people that can't even get along with each other? I think people need to give a little bit more credit to the devil and aliens and stuff like that, my boy. I mean, they're really giving them the most dumbest agendas and plans, homie. And at the same time, they acknowledge that they're superior and greater than us, but at the same time, they still dumb them down by saying that their plan is to be running around in the jungles to trick us and chase them around the jungle like they do with Bigfoot and and all of this is all part of their plan, homie. Like, people that are able to have the technology to travel to our planet, and this is their plan, homie, to capture fuzzy videos here and there, and this is all part of their ingenious plan. These people that have the brain capacity to build shit that could get them to this planet, and that's their plan, to create fuzzy videos and to see if people believe it or not. That's their grand scheme, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I see. I see from your point of view, guys. I see your point of view.
And then I drive in the heavy snipers.
I see what people are talking about now. It's an ingenious plan.
I drive to the water, I put my car in lock, and I take them out of my car.
If this was a cartoon.
I did that on purpose? Yeah.
I think people don't really give the big picture a thought, you know what I mean? I think they just home in on just like little things here and there. No. You know, when you have to think about the big pictures of things, like why would they be doing it? You know, like what use could we be? You know, people have to think about all of those questions instead of like, no, they are here, my boy. They're trying to control us. Like, okay, but for what though? I don't know, man. Exactly, my boy. What use could we be to them, homie? Think about that. What are you gonna be able to give this alien, my boy? Hey, don't say your nalgas, my boy. I hope you don't say your nalgas, homie, because I don't think they want that either. But I don't know. I'm just saying, people. See, with the whole government controlling for money to keep themselves rich, see, now that's possible. Because you know that greedy people exist out there, and you know that there's people out there that lie and will do anything to get their way. You see how people behave like that? Okay, so that's possible. That you know that these people are in there to control the money to keep themselves rich, right? So they can be living in riches and fame throughout their life while we're the ones that are struggling, right? See, that's believable. See, that's possible. I could believe an individuals will do some shit like that, you know. See that, okay, bye. But the whole like draining us of our blood because they want our souls, and now when they already have powers to cast spells and everything like that, then they're already way superior to us, and you know, like, you know, they're able to do shit like that, my boy. Then this shit should have been there. It's a long time ago, my boy. They were having who could stop that? This fool could cast a spell, my boy. Who's gonna stop them? Who's gonna stop them? You have the power to conduct the spell. You don't know, huh? The planet would have been theirs, my boy. These vatos could cast spells on me. Come on now. Think you'll be able to beat that?
No, I'm gonna game.
Vato only knows how to throw up gang signs. You think you're gonna beat somebody that knows how to do? See, when they're doing their fingers like that, my boy, see, the shit's about to happen. I know like that too, you know, you take off on a vato, pero vato's about to cast a spell on you, homie. Fucking Doctor Strange over here, you know what I mean? I know sometimes it looks like the gangsters, that's what they're trying to do, but nah, they're not casting spells right there, my boy. That's something else. But that's what I'm saying, though. There has to be like there has to be a reason. If you're gonna think of it like this, you're gonna risk, your safety, your men and everything like that to travel to this planet, right? So you have to risk, technology, the well safety of your individuals and stuff like that. And then you gotta get something out of it, you know what I mean? Like you're not just for the fuck of it, you know. But people do really think that they've been watching too many movies, my boy, is what it is. It's all these documentaries that people watch on YouTube because they put it with the lights dimming and the sound effects, and then they throw a bunch of believable stories from the past and little clips, right? But they're cut to make it seem that way. But because they never play out the full entire clips, they always just take little bits and pieces. It's funny how they never just actually like, okay, if that's a clipping that you want to share, why don't you just let the whole entire clip play out? Why does it just have to be that short bit right there? Makes you wonder, what is the agenda? Like, what are you trying to paint it as? And they acting like if these people that are showing you the clips, they say that everybody has an agenda. Yeah, exactly, including the person that's made that video. Maybe he doesn't like the establishment. Maybe he wants to trick people to thinking this is all shenanigans, Yeah, everyone does have an agenda, you're right. People have to take everything, so like, don't think just because this vato created this video that he's actually telling the truth and he's not trying to manipulate you either. You just have to think about like what would be the purpose of why individuals would do this and what would they benefit off of it.
Jackie, do you give me a water bottle? Come on.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Too much gangster movies. Serio. Like the Rolling 20 said, gang, you have one real one, fake ones. Yeah, every neighborhood has their solid, their fakes, their snitches, their downers. Yeah, everybody's full of them, my boy. You know, your neighborhood's gonna have riders, a neighborhood's gonna have snitches, bitches, cool homies. It's gonna have all of it. You know, just like with people in general. You know what I mean? Just like you have some cops that are cool, you have some cops that are assholes, you have some that are snitches, you have some, you know, or doctors that are cool, and then there's some doctors that are arrogant. You know, it's human behavior. You know what I mean?
That's things I don't get about my mom.
Every group of people has that. You know what I mean? There's some friends that are cool, and there's some friends that are shady. I mean, there's, you know, depending on their character.
Yes, I am.
You know, these kind of problems affect everybody, homie. Nobody's immune to these things. You know what I mean? So just like how you have, you know, shady individuals in the gangster life, you have shady cops, you have shady doctors, teachers, mayors, lawyers, doctors, presidents. You know what I mean?
He says I'm playing creative.
You know, people are not immune to these behaviors. You know.
Tell him he actually plays solos because he knows he's gonna.
So you're gonna have lawyers that are scandalous. You're gonna have cops that do break the law and do all kinds of shady shit, just like anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Never mind.
You're gonna have individuals like that. No one's immune to these things. You know what I'm saying? People really think that you know that these problems could only affect or only these individuals act like that. Like no, this shit.
What? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No one's better than nobody. You know what I mean? Just, like that's what I'm saying. There's some people that think just because they go to church that they're santos, that they're good people. Yeah, there's people that go to church that are scandalous, homie. That are more wicked than the gang members out there, homie. The BTK was a serial killer who killed a lot of women in a gruesome manner. And he used to go to church all the time, my boy. And he was actually the one that used to you know, set the, you know, the church activities and all of that, my boy. He would go to church, my boy, if he was a serial killer. And no one seen it coming. No, it's a lie. I refuse to believe it. Why? Because he goes to church. People say stay away from those gang members. You know what I mean? They're bad people, you know, meaning to the kids or something like that, right? So the kid sees the gang members. No gang members are gonna molest that kid. That I could tell you is a fact. You know what I mean? Homies don't get down like that. People that they tell them that they should trust, right? It's like, you know, if he's wearing a tie, a suit, you know, if he looks like a well gentleman, you know, he's most likely the one to trust. Yeah, like Jared from Subway, right? The one with glasses, always dressed nice with the tie. Yeah. How many kids did he molest? How much child pornography was in his computer? But society is telling people this is who you should trust. And those guys over there are the people you shouldn't trust. When in reality, that kid would have been better off in the fucking company of those gang members than in the company of that individual right there. But no, since you telling these people that they should trust these individuals, like if these individuals are not gonna go dressed like that, you know, to lure the kids, right? Why shouldn't the kids trust these people? Why shouldn't they trust them? You guys are always saying these are the people they should trust, right? They didn't look like bad people. You know what I mean? They had a nice suit, tie, hair combed and everything. Why shouldn't have they trusted them? You guys are always saying those are the people you should trust, and those people right there you shouldn't trust. When you know damn well no homie would have been touching no kid. That's the reality of it. But people hate it when I put it in these kind of terms, you know. Like, stop saying it like that. Why?
I didn't see it.
Truth hurts, huh? Society's funny. They're wicked in the kind of things that they do to certain individuals. That's for everybody. They're acting like these regular people can't do disturbing things too. Like if they don't commit the fucking heinous crimes that they do. Look at Ted Bundy, John Gacy, all these crazy mofos, you know what I mean? Or even like the priests, the Catholic priests and all that. My boy, they don't look like gang members. You know what I mean? They're not from gangs. Why do they do what they do? Yeah, people have the audacity to still have the audacity to be Catholics. How many priests have been arrested already for these kind of charges? Hundreds, my boy. Hundreds. Those are not made up because they've already been convicted. Hundreds. Yeah, these are the people that they still bow and kiss their feet. I don't know about you, dog. I ain't following nobody that's fucking touching no kids. I don't know. I mean, homies have done some shit in their time, my boy, you know? But no shit like that, dog, I'll tell you that much.
The only person I'll be okay with for someone...
My homies ain't dropping nuclear bombs in places or, you know, having shootouts where about 30 innocent people got killed, but they just say, what do they say? What's the great saying? Casualty of war, no? I think that's how they pronounce it, no? It was a casualty of war for the greater of the economy and nation. There's casualty of war. Nobody has a problem with that. You know what? I'm not gonna even get lured into this conversation no more. Never mind. Scratch that. Nah, I'm actually good. Jay Webb. Actually, it takes more than this to actually get to me. It takes a few throughout our history. What up, bro? Respects from here in Modesto. That's right. Shout out to Modesto. They were angels, fallen angels. Yeah, actually, yes, they were. Well, I don't know. I'm not religious, but from what I have read, I thought BTK was a tank. It is a tank crew too, though. Nah, but he was a serial killer. Like, people should really look into these individuals. They're crazy, man. People don't know what crazy is until you read up on some of these shit that these people would do. Like, there was some guy, I think his name was Joel Selly. He used to kidnap pregnant women, my boy, strangle and kill them, and eat the fetus. He used to cut the pregnant girl's stomach and eat the fetus because he think that made him younger, my boy. Can you believe that? He killed like 5 pregnant women because he think that by eating the baby, it will make him younger. Now that's some shit, my boy. And the scarier part is that these are real stories, real individuals that have been convicted for real crimes. You know what I mean? The proof and everything, you know? So it's not made up. It's not a fantasy. See, Freddy Krueger, that's just imaginary. It's a fantasy. But these people actually existed, my boy. You know, and they lived amongst us. You know, and there's a lot of people that live like that amongst us. You know what I mean? It's crazy. That's the scary part about it. That shit's not made up. You know what I mean? So that's the tricky part about shit. What up, bro? Respect. We'll bring evil beginnings together. Money. Money's what brings it together. Sad but true. Yeah, we a little buzz. Funny story, saw a homegirl get, or she beat up some female. We came to find out she had disability speech and was trying to say hello. She thought she was throwing gang signs at her? Okay, Nick. Serio, huh? You meet a deaf person, you think they're throwing their signs to you? When in reality, they were just trying to say hello? Why your door look like... it's because no more locked doors! I believe in karma this way. Serio, what goes around comes around? After all these years, I'm glad they're all still together. Checking in and checking out Shadow Channel. That's right, nothing but love. Woo woo. I also had a Christian on my side to a certain degree. Just, well, you know, like, religion's not all evil. You know what I mean? You know, but certain people do spin it for their favor. It's sad. But then again, you know, you're gonna have people that exploit everything, my boy, in this world. Everything. You know, as well as somebody could see the good in something, you know, that it could help society, as somebody with the same intelligence who could see it to manipulate stuff in their favor. That's the sad reality about it. You know, like, while you have this one guy who wants to create the cure for cancer, right? For he could, you know, cure humanity and stuff like that, right? You know, because the disease is bad and stuff like that. You'll have someone that wants to create the same cure, but for he could charge people all kinds of money for he could make himself rich. That's a sad truth. These are the type of individuals. As much as you can have an intelligent person that will create it for this reason, as much as you'll have an intelligent person that wants to create it for the opposite reason. And that's a sad part about, you know, life. That's why they say that the chaos is always going to exist. You know what I mean? Because that's just the way it is. You know, from time to time, you get individuals like Saddam Hussein, Hitler, you know, Osama bin Laden, you know, Trump, who spill nothing but hatred, you know, because they only care about their self and their agendas. And as much as you'll have people like Cesar Chavez, Rosa Parks, you know, Martin Luther King, Jesus, you know, who believe in the fight for people and rights and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Throughout history, you know, you have them sprinkled out. It's the balance of yin and yang. Every bad has a little bit of good in them, and every good has a little bit of bad in them. You know, despite which way they want to turn to it, which one they want to control better than the other. I can see why people say I'm drunk. These conversations do sound like that. That's why I pay. When we be chilling in the hood and I'm with the homies and I go into my rants like this, they be like, here we go again. Che vato. Yeah, fool. Like, we ain't trying to hear that. It's hard finding somebody, you know, that likes talking about conversations like this. That's all we do. Soul's giving up. No, the soul's not the thing we can give up easy. There's people that give up their nalgas twice as fast. Real talk. So there's people, well, you never know. There's some people out there, I don't know. Down that rabbit. Serio, I did go down that rabbit hole. And I always say I'm not gonna go down that damn hole, and I always go down it. I would like to get drunk with Shadow. Serio, I'm always down. Don't worry about them. They're going to. Have a blessed weekend, everybody. Woo woo. Shadow, why you're black out? Shadow. The CIA is ready. They're listening. They're homing in. They got my shit tapped. Serio, let me find out. Let me find out. You call them on me 626. Even the drug cartels, even countries like some parts of Mexico and some of the Latin countries are much worse than gang members too. Yeah, they do. That's one thing I don't agree with what cartel is. One thing I don't like that they do, that they kidnap families and kids and chop them up. Like, what do they have to do with anything? I hate shit like that. You know what I mean? I hate individuals that want to pick on the families or when homies are with their kids. You know what I mean? That's why we don't let our little homies do that shit. Like, nah, if they're with their girl or with their kids, nah, my boy, you catch them on the rebound. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the family had nothing to do with it, with these people's decision in this life and everything like that. You wait till you catch that fool with his homies or his homegirls or by himself, but you don't do it when they're with their kids and shit like that. Have some respect too. That's what separates us from these other neighborhoods. It's what separates us from whites and, well, no offense, but to whites and blacks and stuff like that, like gangs like that. That's why the homies started to begin with. You know, because they wanted to carry themselves with some form of class. I'm not saying that these people do grimy shit like that, because even they have their way of viewing it, but as in like mandate rules and shit like that. Because at the same time, like, what if the family, like, why are you gonna be, you know, kidnapping somebody's half or kid or with their kids, you know, putting their lives in jeopardy? It's ridiculous. Like, look at that, gangsters with morals. A la verga. Believe what you want. Shit, we know what the rules are. Shit. They give you them beat down, make sure you don't forget them. No, that's not good shit. Those more drink. I live longer. Bro, the whole sentence. Let me mail the Shadow drug, but Shadow knows what's up. I got a question. What do you think about the Blueface carne asada drama? I don't know about. Okay. Yeah, I think all of that shit is, yeah, it's disrespectful towards the raza, but people still want to bump it though. I don't mess with that individual. I do find that offensive, but there's people that say that no, yeah, but you know, but at the same time, look, just like you have homies that see, you know, certain black homies a certain way, you know what I mean? Because you do, you know what I mean? You have even some Hispanics that make some remarks here and there, you know what I mean? You can't say that they don't. It's the same that some black people will feel the same way too, you know what I'm saying? That they'll say something. But one thing I have always said, just because these individuals feel like that or said that, that doesn't speak for the whole entire race. So just because some blacks, you know, display these kind of behaviors or shenanigans doesn't mean that all blacks are like that. You get what I mean? They'll be ignorant to see shit that way. You know what I mean? You can't judge one rotten apple on the whole entire tree. You know what I mean? So yeah, like personally, yeah, I don't fuck with Blueface and shit like that. Yeah, I think that shit is stupid as fuck. But you know, here's the reality of it though. And this is true. I'm not making this up. I only call it how it is right here. There's that song Carne Asada, but there's some Chicano rapper that made a song called Watermelon and Chicken. I'm not lying. Look that shit up on YouTube, my boy. And he's a pretty well famous Chicano rapper. He made a song, and it's a very disrespectful song, my boy. It's very, very disrespectful. Yeah, I'm even ashamed to say that this vato's raza, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna put it out there because, my boy, I ain't keeping nothing in no closets, and I point out the shenanigans and everything. We gonna point that shit out equally. He made a song like that, you know what I mean? And it's still on YouTube. I don't even know how, because I know that fue carne asada and horchata and all that, but este vato se pasó de lancha, you know what I mean? And literally the song is called Watermelon and Chicken, or Chicken and Watermelon, but I'm not even making that up, my boy. Yeah, and it's like, and it's some offensive type shit on me. I was actually gonna react to that rola right here on my channel, right, to point out, the shenanigans and food, because I seen a lot of people were putting out these songs of carne asada and stuff like that, and putting it out there. So I was like, all right, like, my boy, we only even right here, you know what I mean? We gonna call the bullshit evenly, you know what I'm saying? Because like I've always said, as many videos as you show, as these people say, well, Hispanics attack black. There's as many videos that you have as black attacking Hispanics. You know what I mean? So neither side is right. You get what I'm saying? You guys have fucked up. You guys have fucked up. You know what I mean? But it's being able to admit that you guys have your flaws and admit that you guys fucked up. The problems in the world, nobody's hands are clean, homie. People like to blame this, and that. Nobody's hands are clean right here, my boy. Everybody's hands are dirty. You get what I mean? No race is right, you know what I mean? Because every race has, busted some fucking mamadas, here and there. It's all equally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I think the song, if I'm not mistaken, and it's from a famous Chicano rap company. I don't know if it was, I want to even say it was Sawed Off Records, my boy, if I'm not mistaken. But this is crazy, fool. I was like, what the? That's crazy. I'm saying I was gonna react to it, but I figured my channel would probably get flagged because of shit like that. Because I mean, when we're talking about disrespectful, that shit went in disrespectfully. I was like, vergas. That vato definitely went into that roll out with his feelings. For pulling no punches. Have you ever been hit up by a youngster, or is it mostly always older children? No, I've been hit up by youngsters. I get hit up by older, young. I've been hit up by everything. There's even one. I won't go so much into the details in the story, but there was one time we were waiting outside the Superior, right? I was waiting. I don't want to go inside, Superior. So I'm just chilling outside the car, waiting. I see these morros. They were young, my boy, like 14, 15 years old. It's three of them, right? They're passing by. They look like rockerish, like skater rockerish, So I'm paying them no mind because they're young skater rocker looking fools, So, they're going, and then two of them walk forward, and when the guy on the skateboard, he was like, "Oh, go right ahead, I'll catch up right now." And he takes off his backpack, So I'm just minding my own. And by the time I turned to look again like that, there was a big ass 357, my boy, fucking cannon bigger than that vato. You know what I mean? It's like, "Oh, where you from?" And I was like, "What the?" So I say my neighborhood or whatever. And then he says his neighborhood, and he's like, "Oh, I thought you were from so and so and so." I guess the rivals right there, whatever. I was like, "Oh no." He's like, "Oh, they call me so and so," and I was like, "Oh, I'm so and so." And you know what I mean? He went on and he did his thing. Put his thing back in his backpack, rode his skateboard. Tight pants. Backpack. But just to show, I went based off of my mistake. Because that could have cost me, you know what I mean? If I was their enemy, whatever, it could have cost me, you know what I mean? Because for me thinking that these are just some regular skater dudes or whatever, you know what I mean? Or just because they're young, you never know, what could happen. It could look like anything, whatever. But yeah, that could have been my ass right there. But yeah, that's how it is, Like you can't take nobody, you can't judge a book by its cover, you know what I mean? Or take anybody lightly, because that's when it happens, homie. You know what I mean? And that was a foolish mistake. Because that happened not even that long ago. But that was foolish, though. Yeah, and that's some real shit. Um, the game gets vicious. I'm telling you. Italian mafia and other mobsters ask the kind of gangsters are worse than the game. Yeah, but those are mobsters. Those are mobsters. That's different. You know, you're a gangster, you're a gangster, but when you're a mobster, you're a mafioso. That's already to an extra level. That's already the blood in, blood out oath. You're a smart dude. Did you ever go to college? I bet you. Yeah. But that wasn't until later in my years. You know what I mean? You know, when later I mean like it was like as of recent. So we haven't always been like this. I'm fucking crying. You are, my boy. What happened? ¿Te pegó la vieja? Shot a few more beers. He's gonna be talking shit to us. Hey, you know what, man? I don't need YouTube, man. Fuck that, homie. You wanna get down right here? And then cry like 3 minutes later, huh? I'm sorry, guys. I'm going through a lot. Nah, fools be getting like that too, though. God wasn't trying to fix humans. He can fix humans. Could never be. Well, I don't know. I'm not. I don't believe in none of that. I'm not religious or none of that. So yeah, but I can see from where you're coming from. I can't promote that type of shit here. I'm brought this J Cat. Why? Who's he? He doesn't pop on my thing. Let him get it. No, actually, I have gotten faded on the lives before, but I still stay the same though. And I know this because people will try to get like I like partially remember some lives, and they'll try to get stuff out of me, but I never do. When you're a certain way, you're never gonna break even if you're drunk. Because I recognize what people try to do even when I'm drinking. They ask me questions, try to get stuff out of me, like how do I feel about other channels and stuff like that. But I can recognize what they're doing. No amount of alcohol is gonna make me forget that. The homies make sure they install the way you're supposed to behave really good in you. You know what I mean? You don't forget that shit even when you're all fucked up. If you do, then you weren't paying attention. You weren't really paying attention. You were just pretending you were paying attention. Look at all the last comments. He sounds like. Did he? Rato homie getting. I agree with you, Shadow. Me and you have the same common respects and mentalities when it comes to that. Yeah. I respect everybody's opinions, even if it goes against mine. You know what I mean? Because everyone's entitled to their opinions. You know what I'm saying? I can't get mad because somebody disagrees with me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's how he feels about his opinion and strongly, then I can't blame him just as strongly as I feel for my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I get mad at that individual for being that strong or feeling that strong about his opinion? You can only respect to disagree. You guys agree to disagree. Because not everyone's gonna see everything the same way, or you know what I mean. You can't get mad when people don't see it your way. You have to understand that everybody's gonna have just their way of seeing things and being the way they are. You can't be mad of that. You know what I mean? That's why it never bothers me like when people like try to disagree with me. What's crazy is that it bothers them, but they think that I'm the one that's bothered. And it's like, no, I can understand from where you're coming from. The thing is that people can never understand where I'm coming from. Even the people that claim to be like holy people or whatever, like like saints and all, they're over here talking shit and everything. Like, man, aren't you supposed to be the one the voice of reason and shit like that? Yeah, I'm the one being respectful, they're the ones being disrespectful, but they're the holy ones. It's crazy, huh? It's like it's backwards or something. But yet I'm the bad guy, huh? They want to accuse me of being the bad guy. Like, why? I'm so how it is. That's what war is. They kidnap children. It's sad. War don't have to be like that, but yeah, that's the one thing that OGs taught me. Have respect eventually. A rato homie, getting busy at work. Oh, hey, handle Jesus. Hey, I te watch on my boy. You're on the E video game. On the E video game? Me too. I respect how you analyze things, man. Hey, gracias. I appreciate that. I can only come and give my honest opinion on things, you know what I mean? I could only come and, be honest, And the best way to be honest is just by being honest. I know there's people that try to stir things for that's what happens when you have an agenda, right? And when you have an agenda and you have like a certain propaganda you want to push that, you have to keep, try to, spin it that way, you know what I mean? So you get wrapped up in your own web. Compared to when you're being honest, you get wrapped up in nothing, because if you're being honest, what could you possibly get wrapped up in? You know what I mean? You never have to remember of the story you told or nothing like that, because if it's honest, I mean, that's honestly what it is. Instead of trying to remember the lie you concocted, you know what I mean? I don't got time for that. To be honest with you, I'm lazy. I'm gonna be time right there to be sitting down making up stories and shit like that. Fuck that. I'm too lazy for that. Like, here's the truth. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, then they don't. That's all we could bring. We can't bring nothing else. Who sent you? But Wack 100 was beefing it with this too. Yeah, but Wack's entitled of his opinion. Like I said, Wack comes from an area, and I know this because he's from my area. Wack comes from an area where his neighborhood doesn't have the best relationship with Hispanic gangs, my boy. They don't. The Pacoima Piru Bloods beef with almost all the Pacoima barrios that are there, except for the Van Nuys boys, and we're talking about more than 20 barrios that are literally right there. You know what I mean? That come at these vatos hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong, they do their thing too. But I'm saying, so you can see why, why he would see, Southsiders, a certain type of way, you know what I mean? Because where he comes from, these vatos do really be applying that pressure, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why he sees it like that. But where his mistake is that he tries to speak for it's almost like he tries to speak for the whole entire side or something like that. When in reality, my boy, you can only speak for yourself. Anybody that comes on here, like me, that's why I never come on here and be like, hey, y'all fools better not be watching that channel. Or you know what? If you fools watch the channel, unsubscribe to mine. You can't control what people watch, my boy. You can't tell people what they can and they can't watch, or what they could be subscribed to or can't be subscribed. My boy, anybody on here could watch whoever they want. You know what I mean? You had no control over their lives and stuff like that, or whether they should be watching. They had the right to watch whoever the hell they want. You know what I mean? The fact that you think you could control people and their decisions or what they should be watching or what makes you solid and what doesn't make you solid is ridiculous. People can watch whatever the fuck they want, you know what I mean? You worry about you. That's why I never play those games. That's why when people be like, oh, what do you think about this channel or that channel? I don't give my opinions. I could view channels some type of way, but that's just my personal opinion on how I see things. You know what I mean? To be me coming on here and how could I say, trying to discredit them or try to bring them down, even if I, dislike them or if I, view them some type of way. What would I get out of doing all of that? Why would I go ahead and do all that stuff for, though? You know what I'm saying? Like to, satisfy my own ego? You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for that. There's no reason why you should be trying to knock down the next person. You get what I'm saying? You just worry about yourself. Don't worry about the next man. If that's how they see, because the thing is, that's the beauty about, humanity, you know what I mean? And their judgment. You have to have trust in their judgment, you know what I mean? Because if you really feel that this individual is this way or that way, give it time, my boy, because lies always fall apart throughout time, you know what I mean? The truth is always going to come out at the end, you know what I mean? So be patient. If you really feel this person is like this and like that, be patient and they'll crash and burn themselves, you know what I mean? Because people will eventually see the shenanigans in people, you know what I mean? Trust me, because it always happens. If you lie, my boy, it's going to come to the truth, you know what I mean? It's not if it's going to come to the truth, it's only a matter of when it's going to come to the truth. You get what I'm saying? So for people to be playing all these games, I ain't got no time for that shit. You know what I mean? That's not what the internet's for, and and how are people going to be claiming to be real and solid and then, playing all these games on the fucking internet? It's ridiculous. That's why I don't engage in none of that shit. Even if they make videos about me, my boy, I don't even pay attention to that kind of shit. You know what I mean? I get told, hey, this, and I'll be like, they did, oh, that's cool. I don't go and watch them. For what? Like, if you know you got nothing to hide, if you know there ain't no skeletons, then there should be no reason why it should pique your curiosity, because there's nothing there. So therefore, you can only imagine what's ever on that video. It could only be speculation or made up gossip. So why entertain it? It's only going to pique people's curiosity if they have something there and they want to go see if maybe they found what that thing is. But if you don't, I mean, it's like... So now you're only playing into it. But it's crazy though. But that's why I get pulled into the, the internet games. And I know that sometimes people find that boring, they'll probably find my channel a little bit more excited if I went down that route, but I got my morals, you know what I mean? I gotta stay true to myself. It's not even about everybody else. It's more about being true to myself, you know what I mean? Like, how would I be able to live with myself if I start going down that path? Like, damn, I can't believe it, you're really going down that way. I can't believe it, you're really doing that for the views and the likes. And what became of yourself? I wouldn't be able to do that to myself. I wouldn't be able to be happy with myself. Fuck what everybody else thinks. It's like damn, fool, like, this is really what you resorted to, these tactics? I wouldn't even be able to live myself, to let myself live it down. I finally catch a live. Saludos. That's right, Shadow P. We got your raccoon right here, my boy. It's ready to go. I might check into her. You did? Into her bank account? Damn, my boy. That's right. Trying to get in them panties, huh? You crazy. Is that what you're telling them before and after they call? No, who does? She's constantly hits you. Nah, but 626 got the life alert though. You could always press the life alert. She's got this shit on lockdown. She takes my money and goes to the bar. Damn, she Will Smiths you. She got you like that, like Will Smith. Hey, nah, they serio. He had tight pants. My boy ain't even lying, fool. He pulled that shit out of his backpack, fool. That was crazy. Big ass cannon, fool. Bigger than that vato. And I'm telling you, they were young, fool. They were like, no lie, they were like 15. But at that age, we were doing the same thing too. So I can honestly. You ready? Just before you. Give it a shadow. Much respect. That's right. Shout out to the homie D's. Woo woo. You got any homies out there in the IE? I got a lot of homies out there in the IE, my boy. A lot. I love learning about the LA culture from it. Yeah, that's right. Only spit it how it is. Why you pissed, my boy? Are you pissed drunk? Like when you piss, you get drunk? Saludos, carnal. That's right. Homie Ochoa. What do you think about homosexuals? My uncle who grew up in the ghetto of Los Angeles, don't like them. What do I think about homosexuals? I don't care. The way, look, this is how I see homosexuals. I personally don't see it right. But only because of genetics, you know what I mean? Because they can't reproduce, children. So therefore, I feel like a man and a woman was made for each other because, they're able to reproduce and stuff like that. That's the only reason why I see it, not right. Now, doesn't mean that I care about what they're doing with it. Look, my boy, they can live their life however the hell they want, my boy. I don't care. I'm not sitting here thinking about, who they're dating and why they're dating them or who they're sleeping with. I don't care, bro. Hey, if I'm not the one in bed with the vato, my boy, what the fuck do I care for? You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck who he's sleeping with. You know what I mean? Like, why would I worry about another person's life or who they're sleeping with or who? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Like to be actually, for be protesting out there and everything. Like, why am I thinking about this problem so much for? You know what I mean? Like, why do I got them in my mental so much that I gotta be constantly, putting this out there and this and that? I don't care, bro, who they're sleeping with. You know what I mean? They can sleep whoever the fuck they want. As long as they don't hit on me and shit like that, my boy, then I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? I got, And at the same time, I mean, I could only imagine that they resolve them. They carry themselves like men and women do, right? So men find certain women attractive, and certain ones they don't. And same with women, they find some men attractive, some men. So I'm figuring that it probably works the same for them, right? So they have like a type or whatever. So let's not act like all these gay guys are trying to get at you, my boy. Like look at this vato, conceited ass vato. He thinks everybody wants him. Ta madre, hasta los jotos, güey. Cálmate, pinche Juan Camané. These vatos think that they're all guapo, homie, that they're even pulling in these gay fools. That's what I mean. I don't give a fuck about who they're dating or who they're not dating. It's none of my pedo. Now, if you're out there protesting and you're making all this scandalo, I don't know, homie. Like, why are you thinking about them so much? That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I can't be thinking about fucking people like that. I don't give a fuck who they're sleeping with. I only care about who I'm sleeping with, my boy, I only care about me and my vieja, and that's it. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. My wife drinks King Cobras. That was said my wife drinks King Cobras and I drink Smirnoffs. Hey, fuck it, my boy. Whatever floats your boat. My opinion is Trump is better than Biden. My opinion is they both suck. That's my opinion. Yeah, Biden and Donald Trump, in my opinion, Donald Trump and Biden suck, but for two whole different reasons. Biden sucks as president. Donald Trump as a president was like whatever, you know what I mean? But as a person, he's garbage, you know what I mean? As a human being, as an individual, he's scandalous, you know what I mean? He's foul. But they're both pieces of shit in my book, though, so. Because whether you want to root for Donald Trump, Biden, whether you say, Republican, Democrat, my boy, it's all the same shit, my boy. They're the ones in government getting paid money for doing nothing and screwing us over. Regardless if it's Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, doesn't matter. They're screwing us over. Plain and simple. Because when it comes to agreement on taxes, they can all agree right there. You know what I mean? Tax the people. They can all agree on that. You know what I mean? They can all agree on themselves getting paid and not having to worry about paying, any kind of repercussions for their bullshit shenanigans, whatever. Right there, they can all agree on certain things. They can all agree on war. They can all agree on all these other moves. You know what I mean? Right? You know what I mean? Whatever self benefits them, they can all agree on that, right? Because it's all the same shit, dog. Whatever benefits them, homie. There's the same thing, homie. Same bird, different wing. You know what I mean? Still part of the same bird, whether you're the left wing or the right wing, homie. It's not about who's better, it's my boys that they're all pieces of shit. Don't think that the Republicans are right and don't think the Democrats are right. Neither of them are right. That's a problem. The problem is that people still believe that one side cares about their citizens when they don't. And I'm not here to, hey, my boy, those are the facts. They don't care. That's the real talk. So they both pieces of shit. And what's sad is that when they run for president, my boy, we act like there's only 2 candidates for when there's 4. But people always choose to vote for the ones that are on TV. If he on TV, he's the one. He gotta be right. He on TV. Someone boxed me at True. I'm not. I'm just kidding. First year white beats you. Hey, whatever floats his boat. Gia, my boy. Saludos, smoking that Zaza. Whoa, whoa. Naji. That's why when I'm in public, when it comes to liquor, I only have 1, 2. That's right, homie. You gotta know how to control yourself. I don't know what you mean. You know what I mean. You don't know what I mean. But if you don't know what I mean, then you're not down with the team. You can only be down with the team if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Buenas noches, carnal. That's right. What's cracking? Tapping in. That's right. Hustle to the struggle. Whoa, whoa. Let the other guy smash his lady. It says, I like to watch. Damn, that was a pervert like that? While touching the aguacate, rubbing an aguacate while he watches. Che, vato maniaco. I don't drink heavily. I'm out. Oh, that's good. It's good to sometimes just have one or two, just to what was it? Just to relax the body. I just sparked those eyes out for this moment. That's right. Hey, MC Shadow. Why do some gang members ask random where they're from if they say they're not from nowhere and the gang members still banging on them. Okay, the reason why that happens is because there's sometimes that vatos lie. You know, they sometimes say that they're not from nowhere, and then they'll leave and they'll come back with their homies, and you know you get caught, you know, slipping. Because there's certain individuals that do that. You know, there's an example, but I'm not gonna go into the details just because I don't come on here boasting and offending no one. There's been times where we have hit up, you know, vatos, and they have said nowhere, and when we told them to lift up their shirt, they had a big ass tattoo of their neighborhood right there. You know what I mean? You know, so they lied. You know what I'm saying? There's vatos that will do that. You know, this game is dirty. There's vatos that will say they're from your barrio. You know what I mean? Just to, you know, get close enough to you. You know what I mean? To try to trick you to, you know, hey, where the homies at? And then you take them to where the homies at. They pull out some truenos and you're done. You know, there's times where vatos do the jale and then they say a different barrio. So that way, when you go get the payback, you go get the payback on the wrong individuals. Or, you know, if word travels, you know, the Huda finds out, they go to their neighborhood instead of hitting yours. There's a lot of different tactics that people use. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but that's only some individuals. If the vato tells me from nowhere, then I move on. Next. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stay right there, you know. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about because I have had homies where homies are trying to sweat other vatos and it's like, hey, fool, let's go already. That vato said he's from nowhere. But there's some fools just because they just want to smack, like they just want to cause desmadre, my boy. They want to cause destruction and when you can't find the enemies, they just want to pick on whoever they see, you know what I mean? It's on you as homies to put your homies on check. Like, hey, fool, nah, homie, that vato is not from nowhere, you know what I'm saying? But there's homies that would just let homies do whatever the fuck they want. But that's you know, that falls on your neighborhood if you're letting your homies just run amok. You know what I mean? But remember, not all barrios when their barrios are the same. You know, there's certain hoods that have rules of what they can't do. There's certain barrios that their homies can't write on their neighborhood. Like they can't tag in their own neighborhood. There's certain barrios that their homies are not allowed to do drugs. There's certain barrios that you know, different barrios have different rules depending on the hood. You know what I mean? And then there's some neighborhoods that don't have no rules and let their homies do whatever the fuck they want. So not everyone's hood's the same, you know what I mean? So to think that all homies are the same is ridiculous because they're not. But they say that que todos son igual, no sé. They should know because they're from gangs. Yeah, right. It's always the people that are not from gangs that know what gang members do. Nah, we know how they are. I know the truth. How long you been a gangster for, my boy? Well, I never got into a gang, but I know what really goes down. Oh, you do, huh? It's always the fools that don't belong to gangs that know what's really going on. I always found that amusing. That's not true. Like, damn, what neighborhood you from, my boy? Well, I don't gangbang, but I know that that's not true. Oh, okay. You must know the truth, huh? You. No, I seen it in the movie. I seen it in the documentary. You know, Gangland. You're not gonna tell me. So now we just believing everything that's on TV, huh? All right, that's cool. Yeah, because then people interview the right people, huh? Yeah. It's supposed to be funny sometimes. Like homies really know how the ball game rolls. They really know who's a real gang member, on the internet and who's not. I mean, because whenever there's issues, it's never gonna get brought on here. You know what I mean? The issue is always going to be handled behind the scenes, you know what I mean? Phone calls will be made and people will tap in and get at you and be like, hey, you know, woo. It's never going to be done on comments and shit like that. Never going to be done on the internet. So for all those people that want to fake and act like they're gang members on the internet, it's not going to work because the real homies going to know that that's not really how homies move and carry themselves and how they do things. So I mean, you can pretend all you want, you know what I mean? Because it's the internet. People can pretend whoever they want. They can put a random picture and pretend to be, you know, whoever. But that's not really how the ball moves. So, and homies know this. They're aware that anybody could just fake an email address and fake an account to start some shit or to, you know, they're aware of that. You know what I mean? That's why they never take what they see on the internet as, you know, as proof. Like, could you imagine rolling up to your neighborhood and be like, hey, this vato's no good, or what you hear? Oh, some vato on YouTube, put it in the comments, fool. Imagine coming to the homies with that. Where's the proof at? And you say the comments on YouTube? My boy, you'll get your ass whooped. This vato said YouTube in comments. Get out of here. Homies ain't moving like that, fool. You think they're gonna believe some random person on the internet, fool? You lost your mind. The day that neighborhood start letting what people say in comments conduct the way their neighborhood moves, my boy's the day that your neighborhood should just give up. Now you're letting these people dictate your guys' decisions and movements. That's ridiculous. People be tripping sometimes. Just because they want to play the shit and it gets so well. I always wanted to be a gamer, but I want to see how it's like. You're a chicken?
Like, I could trap it twice. It's still squeezing.
You're a rubber chicken. I think you were sleeping the other day and you set it off. That's what that noise was. I heard a... My son has a rubber chicken? The toys they make now, huh? Hey, when we went to go get that at the mall, we were pressing it and letting it go loudly, and everybody was just turning and looking at us. They're like, what the hell? That shit was funny.
More chicken.
It's gonna be tomorrow's dinner. First we...
I'm gonna set some cereal before I go to the...
That's why we went out in public. What's cracking? I don't know what shows I'm looking at. Don't mind me, I'm just going on some random shit. You already know. Shaylin, what's good with you, Defro? What's up, homie? M.O.D. Ontario is definitely in the house. Shout out to Ontario. Woo woo.
Dad, would you fight Jake Paul or John Cena?
I'll fight Jake.
Mike Tyson or The Rock? Which one?
I will fight. How much money am I getting? Whoever's giving me the most amount of money, I'll get in the ring with him.
They all cost the same. Like they each cost $1 million.
They all cost $1 million. You said The Rock, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul,
and John Cena.
And John Cena. I'll get in the ring with Jake Paul. Cause I think he's probably the only one I could take on. I'm for sure losing to The Rock. I'm for sure losing to John Cena. I'm definitely losing to Mike Tyson. I think the only one I possibly maybe have a chance against is Jake Paul. Maybe.
Which either
maybe. I don't even think that, but it's possible. I'll poke him in his eye. Ah! I'll do the Ric Flair.
Oh my gosh, Dad. You need to take me to the hospital. I put the milk before the cereal.
Why would you do that?
Oh no, I forgot. Something's wrong with me, Dad. I don't know what's wrong with me. Cheerios are the best cereal. Hey, that rhymed. Cheerios are the best cereal. We love Cheerios. Yes, we do.
Oh, the homie Rogelio is definitely up in the building. Shout out to the homie and the Tiny Boys gang.
Dad,
never tried that before. Whack 100 also beat up a couple of racist guys that tried to jump at his three-wheel burger out here. Whack 100 was beefing it with Raza. Well, yeah.
Dad, what's your favorite cereal?
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch?
Yeah. I don't believe that WAG 100 is racist. Actually, I don't believe a majority of these people are racist. I think that they just get caught up in the moments. You know what I mean?
Dad, what's your favorite car?
Like, you gotta know what somebody's racist. Corvette, you gotta know what somebody's racist. Like, when the racist is like a whole nother level than just letting a word slip here and there. A racist is not gonna care, bro. He's gonna display how he really feels, because he really feels these people are inferior to his race. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna hide those emotions or try to justify. You know what I mean? He's gonna fully express his feelings towards these individuals. Donald Trump went live on TV, said they're all rapists and criminals. My boy, he had no problem saying it. My boy, he never said sorry or retracted his statement, my boy. Like, he said that shit full-blown comedy, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't like, oh, damn, oh, like these other people do, you know what I mean? This vato said it like... But see, Donald Trump is not a racist. That's what people mistake. He's not a racist. He is just a full-blown narcissist, with sociopath tendencies, meaning he only cares about himself. He don't care about his white race. He doesn't care about white people, dog. He doesn't care about his kids. He doesn't care about his wife. He doesn't care about America. He only cares about himself, my boy, and what could benefit himself. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about white people. You think he cares about white people? He don't care about white people. He cares about himself, homie. Him being right. Him, his money. Him, himself, dog. Think he's gonna care about another white man? Say, wey, le vale verga, wey. He doesn't care about no one, dog, but himself, dog. That's a full-blown narcissist is. That's the people that... Because look, if a billionaire Mexican came to Donald Trump and said, I have a business, and this business could get you billions of dollars, guess what? Donald Trump is doing business with that mofo, homie. Because he's going to bring him money, you know what I mean? He's going to bring him some benefits with it. So he's doing... While a racist is not going to do business with you, my boy, regardless if you could get him money, he ain't doing business with you, my boy. He hates your people, dog. He thinks you guys are scum. He's not gonna go sleep with a Mexican woman or not. No, he thinks you guys deserve to be hanged. That's what a racist is, you know what I mean? And there is people like that, bro. You know, there's people that they won't take your money. They don't care for your kind, homie. They don't care for your kind. While, you know, these people, you know, only care about what benefits them and how to root the crowd. See, Donald Trump was good. What he was really good at was he's in a state now, right? And he knows that this state want to build that wall and they dislike Mexicans. So he's gonna go in there and just to keep these mofos quiet and to keep, you know, their support on his side, he's gonna be like, yeah, we gotta build these wall, these stinking Mexicans. Yeah, not because he sees, you know, like that or these people's views. It's because he knows that that's the way, that's what these people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way he could get their votes and still for them to be on his side. He's playing the people. Then later on, you know, nothing gets done, you know, but he just said that just for they could be quiet. Then later on, they're at the office. Oh, remember that you said you were going to try to pass this bill? Like, nah, I just said that for them to shut up. That's what Donald Trump is. He's that guy. I know people don't like to see it, but he is that guy, bro. He just said that for people to shut up. It's not really his intentions or his views or nothing like that. He just wants to be liked, bro. You know what I mean? He only cares for his opinion. That's why his advisors kept changing and stuff like that. Nobody could get this individual to see it from, you know, from people's points of views because he could only see it from his. My boy, his whole entire life he's been right, you know, and never been told no. And, you know, he always thinks he's right, homie. He can never be wrong. He can never be wrong, dog. You'll never get that individual to say sorry or he was wrong, dog. unless he could see that it could benefit him in some type of way. That's the only way. That's why it never feels sincere because it never is. And these are real illnesses, you know what I mean? It's not like he's a piece of shit person or whatever. Like, no, he seriously mentally has something wrong with him, you know what I mean? His childhood, you know, really did traumatize him, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's purposely trying to be an asshole. It's just that he is an asshole because that's the way he was raised. He just can't see that, you know, because it's not his fault. It's his parents groomed him that way. Sad, really. You know what I mean? That's why be good to your kids. You know what I mean? Take care of your kids. Be in their lives. Show them nothing but love and compassion. Because he really is going to paint their character moving on forward. You know what I mean? How you treat your kid is going to display how that individual carries himself for the rest of his life. And if you choose not to care or choose to reward bad behaviors just because you want them to shut up or whatever, then you're grooming them to be the perfect toxic person for this, you know, society. That's the reality of it. But I'm just saying, we out because we already been on here for a long ass time. You know what I mean? James, one of my longest lives. We out.